This random assortment of games is in actual fact the whole sum of my Mega Drive collection circa 1994, and as you can see at this point the only Sonic game I have played was Sonic Spinball. I really do like Sonic Spinball, but at that age I was eager to play one of the more conventional games in the Sonic series. Around about this time my uncle had a Game Gear that he would sometimes leave at my granddad's house with Sonic 2. This was the first glimpse I saw what a main game in the Sonic series looked like. The Game Gear version of Sonic 2 was brilliant, and I could not wait to get my hands on the Mega Drive version of either Sonic 1 or 2. So with some birthday money banging a hole in my pocket, me and my dad headed to the town centre, to the computer shop at Tomorrow's World, where I was intending on getting the first Sonic game. I had £10 to spend, looking through the games with no copy of the first game to be seen. This was disheartening, as I had seen the first Sonic game was £9.99, so I imagined that the second game was being out of my price range. On the off chance I picked up the only copy of Sonic 2 in the shop, and it had £9.99 on it. Get in. So I skipped straight to Sonic 2. Not long after I would play the first game, but for now let's take a look back at this 16-bit masterpiece. Once I popped the game in and fired it up, I was like, what's going on? Because I played the Game Gear version, I was expecting to see the minecart level in 16-bit. At that point I didn't know there was a difference between the 8-bit version and the 16-bit versions. I realise now, talking about Sonic 2 on the Mega Drive, how much it feels like we're retreading old ground. How much is left to say about a game held in such high regard by anybody worth their retro gaming salt and casuals alike. So let's cram in the fundamentals firstly, and then we'll get to some of the more emotive interpersonal nostalgic stuff before we capsize this bandwagon. Everything about Sonic 2 surpasses the original. Better graphics, better sound, the introduction of Tails as Sonic's partner or a playable character on its own. There are now multiplayer modes and more levels. It's arguably the best entry in the game series, and I think a lot of that comes down to the time most people played it. It's a game of many firsts, for me especially. Allow me to elaborate. This was the first platform game I played that gave me a genuine sense of speed. It was also the first game I played that showed me how good video game music can sound. The standout track of course being the tune on the Chemical Zone level, and what a score it was, kicking in adding to your feeling of speed as you dash around the level as Sonic. Until you get to this point however, another first in video games for me. The first time one has induced a full-blown anxiety attack. I still get twitchy hearing this tone counting down Sonic's impending demise. Right then, for those of you that are enjoying the crisp capture footage from the Vintage Collection version of Sonic 2, apologies, because the next lot of Sonic 2 shenanigans I have to show you only works with the original game, so we'll be going back to my ancient capture device, the Dazzle, and the AV out. A real highlight for me when it comes to Sonic 2 is all the phenomenal cheats that were available for the game. There were lots of them to use, but they all had a really convoluted input method. The 3 cheats I always used needed to be inputted in this order. The first is a level select cheat. You have to play the songs on the sound test mode in this order. Then at the title screen, holding down A and pressing start will unlock the level select menu. On this screen you will find another sound test option. This is where you can play more songs in these orders to unlock the cheats Supersonic and Debug mode. The debug mode is great. I spent hours as a kid dicking around with this mode. You can turn Sonic into anything out of the level you're currently on, and then place the attribute anywhere in the game. This plays into the Super Sonic cheat as well, because Sonic needs at least 50 rings to become Super, and the rings deplete as he is in this state. So using the debug mode, you can turn Sonic into a ring, then place the ring on Tails and hit the turbo button. And there you go, Super Sonic will last you the whole level. Okay, we can go back to the nicer looking vintage collection footage now. One more noteworthy thing about the graphics in Sonic 2 is the bonus stages. I was totally blown away by the faux 3D effect on these levels. At the time it seemed like the bleeding edge to my 8-year-old brain. Sonic 2 is a game that made Mario look slow and uncool. A game that redefined what a platformer can be. From its speed to its art style, a playable cartoon, living art, a true classic. CEX is selling Sonic 2 for a very reasonable £6. eBay you are likely to find it a few quid cheaper, but you are most likely to find this out in the wild in the chat shops, charity shops and car booths. Sonic 2 and perhaps Sonic 1 are the most common Mega Drive games out there, so the chances of finding this for £1 or 50p are very high. Thanks for watching, and farewell.